Sometimes I dream that he is me. You got to see that's how I dream to be. Boom, 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 boom. I dream I move. I dream I groove like Bass. If I could be like Bass, I wanna be like Bass. Hi. If you know what that song came from, you let me know in class, and I might give you a little bit of extra credit. Where is that song from? That is the question of the day. Next, we're talking about graphing points. So let's get it on. Graphing points. Alright? Specifically, we got a lot of pieces to talk about. Let's start off with the coordinate plane. Alright? The coordinate plane is this thing. Remember? So yes, you need to draw all of it. This is your x-axis. This is your y-axis. This whole thing is called the coordinate plane. Alright? And we'll go ahead and mark to 3 on each side. Okay? It's kind of like two numbered lines. So we got 1, 2, 3, -1, -2, -3, -1, -2, -3, and 1, 2, and 3. Okay? So just recognize that's how it's numbered. A lot of times I won't even put these numbers here, but I'm doing it now just as the introduction. Alright? You have your coordinate plane. It has quadrants. People are asking about quadrants. This is this area. That is quadrant 1. You usually see it in Roman numerals, so that's how I'm giving it to you, in Roman numerals. Quadrant 1, quadrant 2, quadrant 3, and quadrant 4. Okay? Goes counterclockwise, the reverse of the way that you would read a clock. 1, 2, 3, 4. That's your coordinate plane. That is the quadrants. Alright? That's just some basic information. So you're going to get that down, and then you're going to draw yourself a new coordinate plane. So again, draw yourself a nice big coordinate plane. You got your y-axis and your x-axis. You should probably make yours more straight than mine happens to be right here. Alright, so I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Alright? So let's say we have a point right here. Okay? There's a point. Right? This point has what's called an ordered pair that represents it. Okay? That ordered pair has an x and a y value. Alright? An ordered pair is basically like the directions to get to a point on the graph. Okay? I don't know why I wrote it right there. It probably makes more sense to write it down here, but you guys are smart. You'll figure that out. Okay? So these are like, this x and y is like the directions. So I'm thinking, how do I get to this point? So I start here. This is the point 0, 0. It's also called the origin. Okay? 0 on x. I move 0 spaces in the x direction, 0 spaces in the y direction. Notice x always comes before y, so I describe how do I get to this point? Well, I move 1, 2, 3 spaces over an x. So x lines up with 3. And notice on the x-axis, it lines up with 3. On the y-axis, what does it line up with? Oh, it looks to me like it lines up with 1. So the way I describe this point is the ordered pair 3, 1. Okay? 3 on X, 1 on Y. You've seen this for a long time, so I'm not going to spend a whole lot more time on it. Let's do one more. Here's another ordered pair right here. You go ahead and fill in what you think this point should be. Hopefully you just did it and you're like, okay, well, that's 1 on the X and 1, 2, 3, negative 3 on the Y. That's that point. That's the ordered pair for this point. So remember, a point has an X and a Y value. Okay? So with graphing points then, so I'm going to draw, and you can draw yourself a new, go to 5 in each direction. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And again, I'm doing this quickly because you've seen it before. Go ahead and tell me, show me where's the point negative 2, 4. Next to that, here's the point. Put the point on your graph. Tell me what quadrant it falls in. Okay? So negative 2, 4. Do it. So hopefully you said, okay, X is negative 2, Y is 4. You got something right here. Label it negative 2, 4. What quadrant is that? That is quadrant 2. Okay? Do the same thing for this next one. Graph that point, negative 5, negative 3. And tell me the quadrant. All right, X is negative 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Y is negative 3. 1, 2, 3. Looks like it's about right here. Here's the point, negative 5, 3. What quadrant is that? That is quadrant 1, 2, 3. That one is quadrant 3. Do the same thing for this point. It's going to say 2, 3. Graph the point 2, 3 and tell me what quadrant it's in. 1, 2 on X, 1, 2, 3 on Y. There's the point 2, 3. What quadrant is that? Oh yeah, it's quadrant 1. That's graphing points, the quick and simple of it. Quick video for you all tonight. Make sure you do your homework because, as you all know, I will assign textbooks if you don't start picking up that homework completion rate. So make a habit. Mr. Bass, I'm out. And don't forget, where did that song come from that I was singing? If you know, I might give you a little extra credit.